Greetings, fellow slingers, and welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. We have a special episode for you on episode 16 of Riders on the Storm. In this episode, we will be conducting a recap and review as we finally have hit the season midpoint. Join me as I go through and recap the previous 15 episodes of Riders on the Storm. And now, here we go. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. I'm your trusted DM, Brian, and with me are a few of the Hard Slingers this evening.
Hey, baby.
Hello.
Yeah, breathe in deep, right? This evening, we have a special surprise for everybody out there. We have the mid-season recap review of Riders on the Storm. We just wrapped up episode 15, and I think we should take a little time to recap the Riders of the Storm adventure. So I know it seems like a long time ago, but in-game, the PCs have only been on task for about 4 days.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's how D&D works. It's fucking stupid.
It's
I
crazy.
know, but my mind
right.
can't wrap that. Like,
So here's what we're going to do.
Better question.
Ruby feels like it's been like 800 years.
Yeah,
Tobin,
it has
who?
been.
We're going to recap everything up to this point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little initial next to everybody, next to each one of these questions. And at the end, whoever gets the most will get a gold doubloon.
Who are we kidding? It's going to be me. I took notes.
Yeah, you took notes.
Yeah, you did.
And
didn't
the
you?
consequences?
Okay, so back in episode 1, when we first got everybody together, where did it all start?
Do you guys want to try? Because I know this.
I just know it's relative to the last campaign, you know?
Scandea.
Oh, man,
there
you
it
got
is.
All right, Junior, you're the first one.
Oh, shit.
You should have rang the
That was-
buzzer first,
Wait, are
Jess.
we doing
Yeah, that was-
buzzers? I thought it was just like...
No, you just say
brew.
your shit.
Collective.
right,
That
what
was
was-
hubris.
You got it too. Did you
I
know
mean,
it too?
I have
Kush?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
literally the first thing written down is
Junior.
starting
Junior got it. You said
at
it
town
first.
Scandea.
All right, Scandea.
It should be who gets it
Very
first.
good. A town you were each summoned to by a man named Claybold. He introduced himself as the head proctor of the Seekers Foundation, an institution that recovers items that are believed to have
Been lost in time from the last episode.
or
They get items that have vanished in time, and they're like a curator. That's what I have.
The curate.
I don't know. That's for both Jess and Kush.
All right. I care about this.
Because it does.
die.
Items that have
I'm in it now.
either
You're in it to win.
vanished or been destroyed in time.
Oh.
Now, Claybold told you all about a young boy that was in dire need. What was the name of this
Tobin.
boy?
Tobin.
Oh, Kush, very good.
I can tell you whose son he is.
Who happens to be the
Claybold?
son of...
The
Claybold?
Warden.
Warden Claybold? Claybold?
Nope.
Wait, Claybold's the guy.
Banan.
Banan.
Oh, banging, yeah.
Bangin.
Banan.
I thought it was Banan.
Banan.
Oh, whatever.
Bane.
I thought it was his last
I'll tell you
name.
what. You guys are going to have to roll off there, Kush. Jess.
Oh, that's
I-
an even...
I'm
That's
bringing
not
my own
fair.
dice.
I thought you said you didn't bring your dice.
Oh, here it is. Here's a 20.
All right, roll it. Jess.
Oh, crap.
Jess gets it.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
But what about modifiers?
Mine was dumb, I think, actually.
And Banan was the headmaster of the Seekers Foundation. Does anybody remember what happened to the boy?
He lost his soul down a well. I mean, not down a well, but he lost his soul.
He lost his soul, but I don't remember how.
We don't know specifically.
I don't think it was a well, though.
I mean, at least our characters don't know specifically.
I have just written down that he's ill.
No, he's not ill.
No.
Well, he
He was
lost
ill.
his soul.
Because
mean-
his soul was extracted
Yeah.
from his body.
So we're here to create a new soul for him.
Yeah, which is pretty dumb, but I mean, they wouldn't listen to me when I told them that.
Now, you were also informed by Claybold that the only possibility for saving Tobin was to recover the Soul Crucible. Who remembers just what this artifact does?
It makes souls.
Yeah, it is a
thought
that
it
you
was
could do a
self-explanatory.
ritual to create a soul.
It is create soul.
I thought it was just a vessel for the soul. Just something that captures the soul to be
No.
transferred.
No.
All right. Why don't
No.
you just leave that 20 out, man?
What? I don't know, man.
Roll off.
right, here we go. 19. What was I going to do with that?
See, look at that, man.
Oh, man.
I told you.
Come at me.
I think you need to switch to the
Why
die.
can't I roll this well during the game?
This is my die. Claybold mentioned that the last known location of the Soul Crucible was on an island that was under the control of cultists. What is the name of the island?
Island of the...
Island of the
Yeah, Junior. All right,
gets
good
that.
job, old man.
I thought that was...
Wait a minute. How come we don't roll off?
Did you say it too?
We all did.
We all did.
Oh,
all
okay.
did.
I mean, I have
That's
it
why I
underlined
said-
like 800 times.
Come on, roll off. You're going to have to help me out here because Woodford's really been speaking
Oh, I
to me.
lost this
Hold
time.
on. I'm going to use...
Go for it.
You already have purple.
Oh,
you
Junior
did it.
got
You did
it.
All
Come on.
right, Junior.
Dude, this is
you're
a
up.
sweet dice, actually.
I do like the
I
purple
know, it
one.
kind of looks like
So for
Barney.
bonus points, what is the name of the temple where the Soul Crucible is located?
Temple of Grumman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should know that.
I got to give it to Kush.
I was going to say aerosols for S, but that's a different
He
thing.
also told Vratislav Novacek in private that there was one person who might know the whereabouts of the island.
Isn't that Edinger?
That is
Yeah.
Edinger. Does everybody know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys want to roll off?
I'll roll off for that.
All right, roll off.
10.
15. I won.
Jess, you win.
I like winning.
A man known as Edinger, who it turns out is a former member of the Seekers Foundation. Claybold then informed the ranger that they would have to take Edinger with them, a task that would require some convincing. En route to collect Edinger, the heroes found an elderly man being accosted by a band of thugs, determined to make sure what?
Wait, say that again?
En
It's
route,
multiple choice.
yeah, but there's only one choice.
Oh.
En route to collect Edinger, the heroes found an elderly man being accosted by a band of thugs, determined to make sure of what?
To make sure that he didn't go towards the island. That he died.
He wasn't even trying to go to the island. I think they're like trying to keep him out of town or something.
Okay, hold on. I say
Yeah, the
bad
old
guys
man we
attacking
found
Edger says something
was
about not
Edinger.
ever going to the beach again. Probably
Oh,
the
that's
island.
probably it.
He went on this quest, 3 years ago and failed.
Wait. Don't
That's
go
what I
to the
wrote.
beach again.
Oh, we're doing timeline. He also likes
That's what I wrote.
nice.
Okay.
Don't go to the
walks on
beach.
Never leave Scandea. Nobody gets that. You guys are dead
I
to
said
me.
something about not ever going to the beach again.
What was said to the old man? I'm sorry. Hold on a second.
We just did that, and I answered.
No,
it.
never go to the beach again.
Yeah, don't go to the beach.
Scandea.
You intervened, saving the old man, and convinced him to join your quest. What was said to the old man to convince him?
We were helping
about
Tobin.
Tobin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all about the child.
All right. Roll off, dogs.
I'll let it go between them.
14.
Yeah. I haven't won a roll
Junior,
yet.
you win. You were told that the only way to get to the island would be to board a ship from where?
Harbor.
The
No.
harbor.
No,
well, I know
it's the. Is it the Heathen Docks? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Something like that. There's something like that to do with
Heathen
heathens.
dogs.
They had some weird name.
I'm going to say the harbor. I'm going to
That's
go
your- is
harbor.
that your final
500.
answer?
Harbor
Is that
for
your final
500?
answer?
yeah, I only
The
said
pagan docks.
There we go.
Pagan.
That's the
Pagan
same
Docks.
shit. Heathens, pagans. Yeah.
You arrived at the pagan docks after battling a band of orcs, and Edinger pointed to a large minotaur surrounded by a group of people. The minotaur's name was Balls, of course,
thought
but he had a unique identity.
What
You're
was his name?
You're
That's
ready,
just a throwaway at
you're
this
ready to
point.
say balls.
He had a unique identifying feature about him. What was it?
he was
had,
a
like-
minotaur.
No, he had like golden horns or
He
some
had
shit.
one golden horn.
No,
and it was
he
his right
both of them
horn.
were like silver or gold or something. They were like metal tipped and shit. They're all shiny.
That was because she.
What is
put
it?
Light on it.
I don't know. I don't have to. Yeah, that was because I casted light later on.
I don't know.
don't
He
have.
had
I-
one
I thi-
golden horn.
No, it was
gotta-
both
you
horns. And
you
it was
gotta tell
like
me.
silver or something. I think it's silver.
Silver. It was silver. Yes,
was
it was
silver
not gold.
horn?
They were
Oh.
silver horns.
Yep.
He
How
had
about
two
illuminating horn?
No, that was later on.
Oh,
Stab
damn
the vampires with them.
What was the name of the group that was attacking him?
Oh,
The Band of Mischief.
the dickholes.
I'm
I
not
see
writing
you
your
writing
name down.
something
I'm
down.
crossing your name off.
Oh man.
Free traders.
Yes,
Where
the
did
free
Oh.
traders.
Yep. Nope. Did not have that.
After fleeing the free traders, you were intercepted by the ship balls was first made of? What was the name of the ship?
Ooh, fire amble.
Fire
Fire
Amble.
Anvil?
Yep,
Yeah.
I have written.
Oh, yeah. We took a small boat onto the Fire Anvil, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
So we both get it, or we go on a roll?
We have to roll.
Natural 20. I think I won.
Natural 20.
All right, Jess, you win that one.
I
I
know.
have my dice back. No, wait, don't touch it. Oh.
It's too late.
Breathe on your die.
Hey,
That thing's
natural
good.
20. Does that
You
count?
put it down, man.
The Fire Anvil. The Fire Anvil came to your rescue. Captain's name was One-Eye Jack. Jack was short for what?
Jacqueline.
Yeah, Jacqueline.
Jack. Okay, we'll just bypass that one.
I say
Double points,
blood.
though. However, double points. What kind of vessel was the Fire Anvil?
A schooner.
Wrong.
Tangent vessel?
Oh, wait.
No.
I
I
know
don't know,
this
I'm just
one.
saying things down.
Kind of
double
vessel.
wing boat.
Oh, you guys, no.
Oh, my God. Eric would know this.
totally
He's
would
probably
know this.
screaming right now. He's probably like,
It's not a trimaran. It's a specific type of vessel, though.
Pickle fork?
Pickle.
No, that's not a thing.
No. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Necro vessel.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
You
if
know,
Eric would
kind
know
of like
that
one
one.
of those speedboats.
A schooner.
Pickle fork?
Now-
Is that a schooner?
no.
Rafu was
big
caught by
schooner.
One-Eye
Say.
trying to steal something from her. It was a card, a special card. What was the name of the card?
Vizier.
He knows it better than I. I was trying to think of something.
Did
I
he?
remembered
Did
it.
you
Yeah.
know it?
No, I wasn't there. I wrote this. I wrote my notes according to Ruby.
No, but do it as a play.
Yeah, but I don't remember other people's
Oh,
shit.
well, then no, don't worry about that.
I couldn't remember the name of it.
Yeah, well, that's because you're in character.
My wisdom is
Yeah,
eight.
I'm always a
He was
character.
allowed-
Oh, you guys aren't playing character?
He was allowed to keep the card, but he had to perform a task for One-Eye. What was the task?
He had to
To
go.
receive the
You-
twin
yeah.
vessel.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't
No,
that.
he had
That's
to
not
go.
what it's called.
He had to go get something. He had to get the something out of the Temple of Grumon, wasn't it?
He has
Tangent vessel.
Tangent vessel.
Which
That's
one?
what it's called.
All right, you two roll off.
Boom.
All I remember was it was supposed to be worth things.
All right.
I
I
lost.
finally
From
wrote down
where?
what the temple was named.
From,
a burial site.
no, from ASL's Rest.
She said it was. Hold on. Refresh. Let me go back.
Let me rewind the
Let me
tapes
go
of my
back.
brain.
I know it's not like we record this shit.
Let me play
we
the
really
podcast
should
in my
record
mind.
these sessions.
It's ASL's Rest. The guy.
She didn't specify. Did she?
Spoilers.
Might have.
The very last episode ends with the thing you're trying to get.
Yeah. Was the tangent vessel?
Yes, take another drink.
Yeah, Kush, take another drink. Bonus points. Whose tangent vessel does it belong to?
Oh yeah, you should know this one because I forgot his name.
The captain's name. I have it written down, but it's not in this book. It's on my other sheet.
Sure.
Oh, well, let me just give you credit for that then.
I didn't ask for credit.
Here, I'll write credit in
I
another
didn't
book,
know we
though.
were preparing for a quiz. I thought this was supposed to be
It
like,
was
are we
a
talking
bargaining
through?
chip
We are
for
going
the
to,
free
but this
traders,
is where we...
but
Maddox Kylex, you're wrong. All right.
Mad Dog something. I wrote them down.
So on your way,
Worst players ever.
the night of the second day underway, the Fire Anvil had made it to within visual distance of the island before it was attacked by what?
Gorillas.
Great.
Oh, crabs.
Drakes.
We got-
Drakes.
Drakes.
Oh,
Drakes.
drakes. I thought we landed on the beach.
What color were
already.
the drakes?
Blue.
Black?
No, they're like very dark blue. They're like midnight blue or some shit, right?
I'm gonna go with like.
They were a
skyline
color.
Blue.
They were blue. How many were there?
3.
2 were on the ship.
3 is doing side. Yeah, so 3 of them because they were. Yeah.
I recall 3.
2.
No, I
was
have
2.
3.
Yeah, it was
Oh
2.
no, that's an and sign. Never mind.
After I killed the
Man.
third one, we dealt with 2.
Matter of elimination. This caused everyone to abandon ship as the Fire Anvil crashed against the barrier reef. Everyone managed to swim ashore except for who?
Ruby.
Ruby.
She was in the barrel.
She
She
didn't
was
swim,
in a
technically.
barrel. Okay.
Well, Captain Jack didn't make it either.
That is who
Yeah,
I
but
had
nobody
down.
cares.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense.
But nobody cares.
yeah,
But I thought that
The question was flawed.
The true question was
The question
who
was
did
flawed
not swim
because
to the
I
beach?
did not
She was
remember
in a
that
barrel.
she
I was in a barrel.
All right, we're gonna
know, I
cross
think
this
that's-
question off the
No, I
questionnaire.
think we all 3 should get a point for that one.
Then it's
Ruby was.
null at
then
that
you might as
point
well
anyways.
cross it off, man.
I want a participation. Ruby.
All right, fine. Let me write down right next to the unicorn ribbon right here.
All right.
Unicorn Junior.
Right.
Snowflake, Kush, and Rainbow, Jess.
Double rainbow.
There we go. Oh, yeah. I taste the rainbow. Ah. While ashore, the heroes were set upon by two wild groups of animals. What were they?
Apes.
Apes.
With
Apes
fucking
and,
weird things on their hands.
No, it was just apes. Oh,
And
crabs.
Gorillas.
Oh, there were also crabs.
Crabs.
Damn it, I said
I
crabs
skipped a step.
earlier. Yeah.
All right.
I did the same time.
Good guy. Good going. You also discovered something else on the shore.
Is this the apes?
Well, no,
it
the
was that
big
pyramid
tomb thing.
No, it's the
No,
obelisks.
they're
Obelisk.
the runes.
That's the word.
Yeah, obelisk with the runes.
I think Kush got it. He said obelisk.
All right, Kush.
I
I
said
don't
the
know what that
pyramid
word
thing.
means, so I couldn't.
I wasn't going to win the roll-off,
not
man.
an obelisk,
You
it
got to
was
give
a-
me this one.
It was a pillar. Then you decided to venture into the jungle. Everyone except for our favorite Minotaur, Balls.
R.I.P.
Now, at this point, I'm going to have one of you recollect what happened the moment you entered into the jungle. Jess.
Well, I started hearing voices or meowings.
It was a thick jungle. We had to cut through the tree line, through the brush. We get presented by apes.
Ooh, and?
Oh, that's right where you got that first.
We quickly dodge into the bushes, try to hide, be
Yeah,
silent.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
From there, I think we lost a party member who wandered off.
Did we lose them or
Looking-
did they wander off?
She wandered off.
Oh, I
Yeah,
wandered
that's
off.
the way I would phrase it.
I wandered off.
She
Everybody
wandered
else
off
wanted to
and we
leave
lost
me.
her. No one noticed her go by.
Some of us noticed.
And we got attacked by...
Didn't care. No, we didn't get
No,
attacked.
we snuck by, and then we crept on to two matadors and a monkey.
What?
No.
Ape and
So
some minotaurs.
no.
This isn't Tijuana, dude.
My God.
It was two Minotaurs
No.
and two wild apes.
Yeah.
Matadors?
So
What the fuck are you talking
we
And we came across the donkey show. And I only had $50, but they let me in anyways.
we came into a clearing. I found Batu.
What's
And
this we?
Yeah, you were
most of
alone
us
on
came
this
into the
one.
clearing.
We-
though.
Actually,
we
you
came
found
eventually.
Batu after that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Yes, you
disappeared
did.
for an
Because
episode, too.
afterwards,
We didn't have
Right.
Batu when we fought
after
the
you
minotaurs and
defeated the Minotaurs and the wild
Oh,
apes,
that's right.
you noticed that there was a pillar of black smoke coming from the north. And then as you guys started heading that way, Ruby began to hear the soft cries of an animal in pain. Following the cries, Ruby discovered a small animal caught in a cage. What kind of animal was this?
Lynx.
Thanks, cat.
Cat. Wait, do I get the point for the last question? Because
What was the last question? Two
Describe-
monkeys and a fucking
God.
matador?
Wait, I said that one right though.
What do you
I
think you're
actually
gonna
like- The golden peso.
win?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Being the only one to hear the animal talking, Ruby knew that it was more than a fortuitous event for her to find the small animal. Taking it under her arm, she decided to care for it. The group then decided to pursue that black smoke rather than going south towards the location of the Soul Crucible. At one point, the lynx instructed Ruby to stop following the group. She did, and it was then that the animal introduced himself to her. His name was
Batu.
Batu, I've said it 800 times.
801 for the record. Meanwhile, the group's still following the black smoke rising to the north.
Wait a minute. What do we do about points for the Lynx?
We can't do any points for the lynx anymore.
God damn it.
Because everybody's getting these answers because they're so close to now.
I guess I need a roll. I need to win one of these rolls.
Okay, well, it's coming up actually for you.
And I was
Meanwhile,
getting shit for being competitive.
still following
I
the
just
black
won a
smoke.
dice roll. I'm just upset about that.
Meanwhile, following the black smoke to the north, the group finds themselves overlooking a large cove. Down at the waterline, they find the source of the black smoke. It's an encampment of marooned sailors. The group that lived there turned out to be what?
Cannibals.
Cannibals.
Do I get points for knowing the guy's name? Ricardo? Does that count?
That's
the
coming up.
next
It's coming
question.
up. It's the next one. It's
Scratch
Ricardo
that.
Cordova.
What gave them away as being cannibals?
They tried to
Captain
eat me.
Jack's head.
Captain Jack's eye.
Wait a minute.
Captain
There's-
Jack's
there's two
eye
different things.
floated out of the
Whoa.
soup.
First
Wait a minute.
And that's what Rafu saw.
I was
Yes.
not there to see
Was
that.
it her eye?
Yes.
My telltale sign was he tried to eat me.
He didn't try to eat you.
No,
though.
he didn't try.
No, he tried to
kill you.
make me sacrifice myself to be eaten.
Try to Bill Cosby you.
But we're doing this.
No, he
as
didn't try to just
player
build
knowledge,
Cosby.
not
There was
character
no
knowledge.
drugs
Okay.
involved.
I'm just saying
Junior,
there are
Jess.
two different cues, is what I'm saying.
No,
I'll write you in for a different question.
No.
All right.
I have a more accurate description.
Roll off.
I actually listened to the episode.
Oh, wait. Is that a 9 or a 6?
Mine's 6.
I got a 12.
Where's your dot? Yours is 9. I don't know.
Damn.
I had a better answer, so whatever.
It
Mine's
was
more
the eye
complete.
patch.
Yours was only half complete.
Double points. What was the name of the leader of the cannibals?
Wait, we said this.
Yeah.
Ricardo
Cabo-
Cordoba.
Cordoba or Corbosa?
No.
What is it?
Cordoba.
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 Give it to me.
Ricardo
Cordova.
Ricardo.
Oh, Ricardo
Ricardo
Cordova.
Cordova.
Okay, yeah, I'll say the whole.
I don't know.
Kush.
It's a Spanish accent.
What was his middle name? Just kidding.
Michael.
Susan.
Let me put it back in there. After defeating the cannibals, you then took a boat and rowed out into the cove. At about the halfway point, the boat was then attacked by an underwater creature. What kind of creature?
Octopus, but we called it a kraken for fun.
Yeah.
Yes, that.
All right, everybody gets that. So, whatever. With several options available to them, they had a choice to either see if Edinger's remaining airship was still there, go to ASL's Rest, or go to the Temple of Grumon for the Soul Crucible. The group came to the conclusion that of the 3 directions to go in, north was the best one. That would bring them closer to ASL's Rest. Rafu. Junior. Sorry. Please explain to me what happened after this.
Well, what
Thanks.
happened was we get to the top of ASL's Rest, and outside we see a bloodbath.
No, you skipped a part.
Didn't
Yep.
We originally landed.
I?
And then you guys went somewhere else. I
Yeah,
went up
so
some
we
stairs.
landed on the beach. We tried to set up camp, a bond making camp. We scattered around, investigating the area. And Rothslav and Rafu headed out to the forest to pick up some firewood to set up camp, obviously. And I was attacked from the cliffside with some kind of poison arrow
Yes.
and lost all my bearings after that.
Kush, what's your recollection after Rafu came back to the camp?
You mean with like the arrow in him?
Yes.
We decided to temporarily retreat onto the open sea. We had to drain out the poison, and then we took a long rest. It was a long rest, right?
It was a long rest.
We took a long rest, and then we finally made our way back to towards ASL's Rest, and then we came up, and that's when Junior was talking about the bloodbath.
Going up the stone steps, right?
Yep.
Jess, what do you remember once you guys reached the top of the stone steps and saw this bloodbath laid out before you?
We saw a pyramid in ruins, and it was occupied by a whole bunch of dead people. And came out were these werewolf-like creatures. And
Nolan.
Knolls.
Knowles.
Canine-looking beasts.
Yes.
They were gnolls. The humans turned out to be what, though?
Humans.
Halix.
Humans.
Halix.
Human Halix.
People. I don't discriminate.
That's racist. For
They're
not
all people to
discriminating.
me.
Can I add another thing that I just remembered
Sure.
that we totally forgot the first time
Yeah,
around?
give it to me.
Wasn't Edinger poisoned as well?
No.
That's
Yes.
After we fought the Nulls. Or during the time we fought the
Oh,
Nulls.
that's right. He was poisoned. What poisoned him?
One of the Nulls, the big boss Null that had like a poison dart or
That's
something.
right. He shot him with a blowgun.
Point me.
You know, that guy's almost died multiple times.
Kush
Yeah.
He like
died a
almost
while
drowned
ago.
in one of the boats.
He's immortal.
Soon.
After a brief but deadly encounter with the K9 beasts, the heroes then entered the pyramid. There they discovered a stone steps in the center of the structure leading down. They left Edinger behind and descended into ASL's Rest. Down at the bottom, Ruby sent Batu to the south where he heard commotion and then returned to inform that he wouldn't go any further. They decided then to go north, which then led them past a couple of crypts and to a door that seemed to seal off another room. Upon opening that door, Kush, what did they find in that door?
Wait, sorry. You said
Yeah, your
north?
name's Kush, yeah.
Okay, so you said north? I need to like refactor north.
It was the one with the
We
crypt of less decorative
Jess, you up to speed?
skulls.
Yes.
Give it to me.
Wait, is north?
There was
north
candy.
this way?
North was this way.
Oh,
There was
The
bone
candy,
candy.
yes, all
Yeah.
the candy that was,
There was
crunching
bone candy that was everywhere.
all over the audio.
Yeah, so we were in basic crypts, and then we opened up the next
well, it
door.
wasn't like basic crypts. It was like nicer crypts.
No, that was the second one, I think.
No, I mean, there's a level of niceness. The first crypt
We were in the
at
second
the very
tier.
start was like really bad.
Oh,
Well,
that's
it
probably
was
where
like
I got
the bottom
my
tier.
That's where I
then
got
we
my
moved up to
torch.
mid tier when we went
Yeah.
north.
Yeah.
After that, and then after the
And then-
portcullis went up, that
we
was
got
like
to the nice ones.
We got
and
to
then
the
we
nice
went
ones
into and then we went into the next room, and that's when we saw the Halix, the living ones.
Yes, the living
yeah, right before the
Halix.
portcullis.
Yeah, it's Harmon, Galen, and Jethro.
No, you
Jethro.
saw Harmon
Galen
and
was
Jethro.
Galen
that's
was
right.
He's
That's
like
right.
Yeah.
It's
you know,
just
he was
Harmon
down. He was
and
knocked
Jethro.
out basically. He was in a different room. He was to the south.
You somehow convinced one of the Halix to then leave the
Somehow.
other one
Yes.
because for some reason they were.
We didn't really convince them. That was their idea.
Yeah, that was actually.
Was it his idea?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
their
I have to
idea.
remember that.
Because one was going to
listen
stay by the door until it opened. The other one was going to try to help.
Yeah, they were concerned that the portcullis hadn't been raised yet, and that one of their others had been sent to
And
actually
they thought us
raise
as
it
no
up.
threat.
That's
So-
for us.
So Ruby and Rafu decided to stay with the one Halik, while Eldon, Vratislav, and Rowley followed the other one to go see what had happened at the turning wheel. And when they got there, they found a Noel pack leader basically just beating this old man to shit. He's not really old. He's an older man.
We're just generalizing.
Yes. Anyways, so you guys stepped in and did your business. About ready to finish off this Noel pack leader. And back in the room with the portcullis, with the remaining Halik still becoming impatient.
Galen.
Junior, why don't you tell me what happened in that room?
How it actually happened.
Please explain to me.
Please explain yourself.
Oh, wait. Are we talking about, like, player or are we talking about character?
You just do
just
both, man.
tell
Do
what
it as a player.
happened.
Do it as a player. Tell me
Yeah.
what happened as a player.
Player was
Yo, you a player, mother.
Please explain to the court.
received- Yeah. Your Honor.
Your Honor, I didn't kill him. It was that self-defense.
The glove did not fit. So
He
we
nodded at me
sent-
and said, gave me the signal.
gave me the signal.
Not what happened.
We sent Batu for some recon work, and he went and investigated, came back, reported, and told Ruby that they were in danger, that some action happened, and it doesn't look good.
You know, that's interesting. Keep going though. But what did Rafu end up doing? I mean,
Please-
we
please
already
tell
know
us.
this. You just basically just attacked this poor fucking guy.
Basically, he did it with all
Father of
his
two
might.
newborn twins and whatnot.
In the light of what happened, knowing that there was no other threat other than the what are those guys called? The Halix?
Because there's nothing bad goes on in a tomb. There's no other monsters.
Just the
One
enemy
problem,
you know, right?
one problem at a time. The Halix were there. They were a little threatening. Wanted, square up, do a match. I didn't trust them. Rafu did not like it. So he immediately thought that they played us in some kind of way, that they were using us
I mean, fair
to lure
enough.
us in. He didn't trust them, so he attacked.
And you know,
Better
that-
just strike first than die. That's his mentality. That's his player.
when
Ratu.
Batu returned, bearing that news that there was something going sideways there. I mean, obviously he can't communicate with the Lynx, but you did, and I think you had mentioned something to him, and he just you're like, I think they're in trouble or whatever. I mean, that's just something that I think he would have done looking
an
back in
impulse.
hindsight, right?
Yeah. Oh no. Of course. I mean, but Ruby didn't know who she's dealing with. I mean, we only met like 5 days ago.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of an extreme though. Like if you paired us up, like
Oh yeah.
the way we look at Ruby is kind of like Greenhorn-ish. She's like first adventure type thing. You said that, right? It was
Yeah.
your first adventure.
Oh yeah. I know nothing of my own powers.
And then you got someone that is not willing to get betrayed twice.
Right.
He's not gonna take the chances of it.
This
and
is the classic story of the halfling and the orc.
Well, that's good. I mean, I think
and
it
a half
definitely
orc.
brings
Story
it
I
brings
tell my
a.
children every day.
it's a great bedtime story.
I mean, children. Do you?
Dude, this is fantasy, okay? I got what I got.
None that he knows of, all right?
I mean, that's kind of awesome how you see this half orc and this little halfling. They kind of mesh together through, such dire circumstances, and to see, right after you attacked this Halik, he cast a spell and you guys had separated. You guys were separated by a door to which he closed, locking you outside, leaving Ruby and him.
yeah,
to then-
the only one that didn't attack him.
Yes, to square off. I mean, in a battle of magic.
What a
Ruby-
jerk, going out for the weakest link.
I think it's only
Really
because
messed him up, though.
your movement speed didn't get you outside that door.
Yeah, but I did nothing to him.
But what ended up happening?
I ended up murdering them.
You totally did. You smoked this fool down.
But she didn't know it. I mean, this is something, she has no idea of her own power and strength. This is something she's still learning day to day. And so everything that happened was a reaction. It was fight or flight, and she couldn't go anywhere. She was literally cornered. So she cast spells that just came to her.
And I thought that was awesome because it was just something that was just channeling through her. And it was just this volley of magic back and forth. And
But it's not only just that. It's whether she didn't know she had that power. Technically, none of the players do either.
No.
No.
Rafu was
she's
on the
like
other
a
side of the
sleeper in
door.
that whole thing. They haven't seen her excel to this level before. And you
Yeah,
still
they
got,
still think I'm just an Eldritch Blast.
and you still got Batu. He's
Pew.
just hanging out, and is he like a conduit? Is he encouraging you?
He's-
What is he doing for?
Kind of a guiding force. He's her only anchor to this little known power that she has. He's the only physical thing of her celestial warlockness. She, vaguely knows of this power that was pretty much forced upon her because of the pact that her parents made. She doesn't know if it's good. She doesn't know if it's evil. She just knows in order to survive, she has to trust it. And Batu is the physical form of it to her.
Now, how much does she know of that pact? Without giving away too much of your character backstory to these
Very
guys.
little, other because they never exposed it to her.
Okay.
So,
I mean, was
it's-
this something that was made before she was born?
after, but she was still a baby. She was an infant child, and they did it to save her because she was ill. At medieval times. No vaccinations. And she
Did you have smallpox?
something along those lines, something very
That small
dire,
something.
something that was going to kill her. And her parents made a pact that they didn't understand. They didn't even know themselves in order to shelter their daughter, hoping that it would never return. They just never told her about it. And after her parents died, in her dreams, voices started calling for her and literally pulling her to go out and pulling her to Scandea. And everything else is just kind of, she's been stumbling into everything. She literally stumbled into the people. And whether it be fate or whether it be just a lucky...
It might have something to do with the machinations of something much greater than one person. I mean, the entire group. Kush, what do you think about all that?
I'm waiting for the season finale where we reveal that Batu is the real warlock and Ruby is the familiar.
I mean,
And our entire path to the Island of the Damned was Batu casting Find Familiar.
there's no doubt that Rafu thinks the cat did all the damage.
Oh, man. That's a shifty looking cat.
Don't make light of my story. Fucking Kush.
This isn't M. Night Shyamalan over here.
Totally. What a twist. So, with the defeat of the Knoll pack leader, the Halek commander and Eldon were able to raise the barred gate, and as a group, they returned to the others. Upon seeing their dead comrade, the two Haleks put aside their grief and angst in light of their goal to enter ASL's tomb.
So shifty.
Yeah.
Like, who isn't disturbed by that? So shady.
Fucker was
But I believe
toasted
that
on the
I
wall.
believe that Eldon knows what's going on with these guys.
Yeah, but
He
Eldon's
has a
a douche.
sense about what's that?
What? I said Eldon's a douche.
Oh shit!
Hey, man.
I mean, this isn't my player.
Paladins
saying
don't
this.
have to be
This
nice.
That's true.
Eldon's got his secrets.
Though the entrance to the lower tomb was not barred, cold emanated from beyond the double doors. Without hesitation, the doors were kicked open. Who kicked open the door?
The Halix. Probably
Yeah, it was the Halus.
Harmon.
So we were just standing there.
Harmon, because Galen's
Harmon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Galen's the other guy. Galen's dead, dude.
yeah, because you guys were all like staring at it, and then he just
no,
like
Galen's alive.
Wait, what? I'm the
Yes.
one.
Galen
which
and
one's the one
Harmon.
that- who's the one that got toasted?
Jethro.
Oh, Jethro.
It's not Jethro. It's Jethro. Jethro.
Like Jethro?
Jethro is his
Jethro.
name.
I don't remember.
It's
what
his name
fucking-
now.
It doesn't matter.
Jethro is
He's
his name now.
Epithet.
All I'm hearing is Jethro. Is
I
that-
finally won one.
Is that 11? No.
Who won?
I did.
And inside, they discovered what, Kush?
Let's see. There's a lot of stuff in there. There was an altar with a metal book. There's a pool of water-like liquid. I don't know. We didn't really study that too much. There's a skull in there. There's an ornate tomb. And then finally there was an open tomb in which the tangent vessel was.
Riley was
Yes.
trying to go for a really heavy book.
Yeah.
Try. He got it.
Try.
I
He
mean,
did
she
get
got
it.
it.
She got it.
She
but-
got it.
oh,
Do you
second
remember?
player,
attempt.
he got it.
Do you remember what was referred to in that book?
Oh,
No.
man. That I'm blinking on for sure.
I
All I
want to say it had
remember
to
was
do
this
with the
really effing
star-shaped something, but I don't know what else it was.
The Saheteron,
Oh, okay. Yeah. There we go.
a
Is the
seven-pointed
Saheteron?
star.
7-pointed?
Yeah. That sounds familiar.
7.5.
7-point star.
Star sounded familiar.
And that basically almost catches us up. Actually, there's one other part I want to say, that one of the Halix had left the group and went to one of the open caskets against the north wall, reached in and said, "What is this?" And he pulled out this jar that looked very similar to a vessel, and that was where we ended.
I can't believe my eyes. What's this?
What is
What's this?
That's what I kept thinking
That's
too.
where my mind went.
I'm like Nightmare Before
Tangent
Christmas
vessel.
over here.
So basically, we're caught up to speed on this.
Sorry, dude. Halloween's on my brain.
So, as part of the roundtable discussion, what are your thoughts on where we are so far?
Thumbs up for everybody at home. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the character development. I never started a character from literally zero, and I've been having fun playing it that way. I mean, this is the first time, besides using like a higher level healing spell, that I've actually used higher level spells. Besides Eldritch Blast, which is the key to a warlock. So it's interesting. It's really fun. It's different. And
I don't like these Halixes one bit.
15 episodes later, and that's all you got out of this.
These fucking Halix.
Dude,
I've met them 3 episodes ago, and
I mean,
hate
they
them.
didn't give a shit that Jethro died. So I mean, they didn't care that their comrades died up there.
exactly, dude. They didn't question it. It's just like, hey, this.
was.
Let's go with you, Junior. Because
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna.
Let's dive into this.
Oh,
you know,
Yeah.
What are your thoughts so far? You don't like the Halix.
I don't like the Halix.
Okay.
I don't trust them. And right now, they're just a resourceful tool in the sense that they found what we're believing is the tangent vessel. Because technically, I don't think you said exactly what it was.
No, it was never. It was never named.
It was never named exactly.
But
So
there-
we
So if we're
don't-
right, maybe we should just edit all of this.
I'm just saying.
No, we don't have to.
Cut the whole thing.
Just saying. As player wise, I don't know what it is. It's a vessel of some kind.
Right.
I've never seen this thing in my life before.
But as my real self with +1 to intelligence, I think it's standard business.
Now, Kush,
Yeah, what's up?
as Eldon,
What's up, bro?
do you know who
He's
the
in
Halix are?
disguise.
Yes, I
You
would
do.
know what they are. Yeah.
And you know the god that they worship, correct?
Yes, I'd be very familiar with them.
And you know her relationship to ASL?
Yes,
Girlfriend.
What do you believe that relationship is?
highly antagonistic.
Okay. Okay. And where you are located now, where are you located in?
ASL's breast.
Right. Proper, right? The actual tomb of ASL. What is your thoughts towards these Halix? What do you think Eldon's thoughts are towards the Halix?
Just throwing that out there.
Let's see. Clearly, they're not up to anything that ASL would approve of. So that's his immediate thought. I think the other thing is probably he's probably pretty jealous because Marcel seems like quite a helpful, intervening kind of god. And from what he knows about ASL it's kind of the opposite.
Now, has Eldon ever heard of the Halix before? Is he aware? He's aware of what they are, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But he probably, I shouldn't say probably, he only heard of them in terms of, from word. He's never really met one before. And so, the idea that Marcel is helping them and how closely she intervenes is new to him. So it's not something that he knew right away.
Yeah, you could kind of imagine that they don't just go off let's take it one or two guys here, one or two guys there. They there's shit going on here. The entire all these Halix go.
Yeah.
They're okay. Now it's over here. The whole group is going.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a sense of zealous about these guys.
Unless they're guarding a gate, then they leave one.
That's right. They do.
Well, they left 50% of their party. This is quite a big portion.
I mean, they had to leave some guys above, but there was probably a good reason why they did it, and they explained why they left those guys above. Because,
Necromancy.
well, the mission is more important than the man. So
Well, they said they were going to revive them anyways.
They said, not ASL, sorry, Marcel would when the time is right or whenever.
Yeah, so necromancy.
Yeah, they got a lot of faith.
And with that, stay tuned for episode 17 when we finally find out what's in ASL's rest proper. Take care, everybody. And remember, head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com. Go ahead and feel free to write us an email at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com and follow us on our social links, Facebook and Twitter. Take care and keep slinging those bones, my hard slingers. The group came to King. I'll cut that out.
Please do.